Welcome to Time to Buy or Sell by Wykert Realtors Sierra Pacific Group. Today we will be discussing the local community and local life in El Dorado Hills. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are really doing a deep dive into this area today.
Yeah, it's such a fascinating place right now.
It really is. Imagine trading, dense city, living for a space that feels like, well, like a curated luxury weekend getaway.
Right, exactly.
But, it lasts all week long. You've got these top-tier schools and a massive park system. So we're going to decode what that actually means for today's housing market.
Because buyers are they're actively making that trade-off. They're looking at El Dorado Hills and saying, I will trade that urban density for premium safety and space.
Totally.
It's a very deliberate lifestyle choice.
Yeah.
It has this highly predictable, like community-oriented daily rhythm that people just really crave right now.
That predictability is huge. You look at the 530 plus acres of parks and being so close to Folsom Lake for the weekend.
Oh yeah, the boating and hiking.
Exactly. And the schools, right? Places like Oak Ridge High aren't just great on paper. They literally anchor family life out there.
They really do.
Yeah.
And that anchor extends to the layout of the community itself. Like the town center operates as this downtown hub. You have
Yeah.
Nugget Market and Sellens and those Thursday night summer concerts.
I love those concerts.
And right there, so fun. And sure, it doesn't have the, organic chaos of a city that evolves over centuries. But for the residents who own their homes here, that highly planned convenience is exactly what they're paying a premium for.
That makes total sense. Which brings us to the neighborhoods. It's not just one big sprawling suburb, right? There are like 53 distinct villages to choose from.
53, yes. It's a lot to navigate.
Right. So you have Serrano, which is gated luxury with, I think, 17 miles of private trails.
Beautiful trails.
And then there's Blackstone, which is newer and built specifically for commuters, or Bass Lake, which skips the HOAs entirely for a more nature-focused vibe.
Buying into one of these villages is almost like subscribing to a specific microeconomy.
Wait, what do you mean by microeconomy?
Well, your choice dictates your lifestyle package, but it also determines your monthly overhead. Like, you have standard HOAs, but then you also encounter Mello-Roos taxes in certain villages.
Ah, right, those special local taxes.
Exactly. They fund the community's new roads and schools and, all that infrastructure directly.
So you're paying for that predictable infrastructure up front. And I guess that choice also heavily dictates your commute. Like if you pick Blackstone, you're just minutes from Highway 50.
Yeah, making that roughly 32-minute drive into Sacramento much smoother.
But you don't even have to drive if you don't want to.
No, you really don't. There's a Sacramento commuter bus that takes about 52 minutes.
That is amazing for professionals who just want to read or work instead of fighting traffic.
It is a massive selling point.
Yeah.
And knowing how these microeconomies operate really changes how you look at the current real estate market.
Right. So how does it feel to buy or sell there right now? I know the median closed price is sitting around $905,000, but it feels like a split market.
It really is split. Homes under 1.5 million are still moving pretty well,
Okay.
but cross that 2 million luxury threshold and properties are sitting for, maybe up to 48 days. We are seeing the final cool down from the pandemic era.
So the frenzy is kind of over.
Exactly. It's shrinking the buyer pool at the very top.
Right.
Buyers in that upper bracket really have the leverage now.
Interesting.
They aren't settling at all. They demand fully functional home offices and really polished move-in ready spaces.
Which completely shifts the strategy for sellers then. You can't just rely on the zip code to do the heavy lifting anymore.
Not at all. Staging and aesthetic readiness are absolute requirements to justify that premium price.
It's definitely a strategy market now.
For sure. Which leaves you with an interesting question to consider as you map out your own housing journey.
Oh, what's that?
Well, as companies keep wrestling with remote versus in-office policies, how will highly planned suburbs like El Dorado Hills adapt?
That is a great point. If the daily commute becomes less of a factor long term, these foothill villages might evolve from commuter havens into entirely self-sustaining hubs.
Exactly. It's something to keep a close eye
Yeah,
on.
definitely. Thanks for listening to Time to Buy or Sell. If you have questions about real estate in El Dorado Hills, we're here to help. Reach out to us at Wykert Realtors Sierra Pacific Group. That's Wykert Realtors online at wrspg.com or call 916-619-1971.